Good morning, business. Good morning, everyone. My name is Divine Grace B. Fulsilda. I am the first reporter of the Chapter 4 entitled Business Level Strategy. This chapter should provide you with the strategic management knowledge needed to first, in 4-1, it defines business level strategy, and in 4-2, it discusses the relationship between customers and business level strategies in terms of who, what, and how. And in 4-3, it explained the differences among business level strategies. And in 4-4, it used the 5 forces of computation model to explain how above average returns can be earned through each business level strategy. And lastly, in 4-5, it described the risk of each using the business level strategies. So, first let us discuss all about the Hain Celestial Group, in which a firm focus on organic differentiation. This chapter is about a firm's business level strategy and what it takes to be successful in creating a strategy that allows a firm to compete successfully in a particular industry or industry segment. Hain Celestial Group is an example of a differentiation strategy at the business level. Differentiation is a business level strategy that will define more clearly in this chapter. And briefly, it allows a firm to be differentiated from its competitors and allows it to build a loyal following customers. Hain Celestial Group has built strong capabilities in producing natural and organic foods, and it has built its strategy to take advantage of this changing consumer trend in the food business across a number of related industries. Consumer food producers, grocery stores, and restaurants, in which the company, which is the Hain Celestial Group, grew through a series of acquisitions of small organic and natural food producers. The natural food trend has allowed Hain Celestial to sell their branded products to traditional grocery store chains. And its brand are also having an impact sales outside in the United States, in which it can be that their successful acquisition strategy has focused on buying brands started by someone else and then figure out how to grow them from there. Meanwhile, some large branded food firms that have not focused as intensely on this natural segment have experienced earning indigestion. So, earning indigestion, in which their earnings have stalled in part because their brands are not focused on the natural and organic trend desired by consumers as much as Hain Celestial, which the Hain Celestial's earnings and stock price has climbed much higher on a relative basis. And increasingly important to firm success is remember that strategy is concerned with making choices among two or more alternatives. As shown in the opening case in Hain Celestial Group, has the right capabilities or has a strong producer of natural and organic food products that match to an opportunity in the industry environment, which has made it formidable competitor producing above average returns. However, other branded foods producers have struggled to meet changing consumer tastes and have realized poorer performance as a result. And as what we've been entitled to is all about business level strategy, that this chapter focus that indicates the choices the firm has made about how it intends to compete in individual product markets. So, this chapter is the fundamental objective of using any type of strategy to gain strategic competitiveness and earn above average returns, in which as what discussed in the previous also chapter, that strategies are purposeful, precede the taking of action to which they apply, and demonstrate a shared understanding of the firm's vision and mission. An effectively formulated strategy marshals, integrates, and allocates the firm's resources, capabilities, and competencies so that it will be properly aligned with its external environment. So, what is business level strategy? Business level strategy is an integrated and coordinated set of commitments and actions the firm uses to gain a competitive advantage by exploiting core competencies in specific product markets. So, the choices are important because long-term performance is linked to a firm's strategies given the complexity of successfully competing in the global economy. The choices about how the firm will compete can be difficult. So, business level strategy in which every firm must develop and implement a business level strategy. However, not all firms or some firms may not use all the strategies in which the corporate level, merger and acquisition, international and cooperative. A firm competing in a single product market and a single geographic location does not need a corporate level diversity, a corporate level strategy regarding the product diversity or an international strategy to deal with geographic diversity. In contrast, a diversified firm will use one of the corporate level strategies as well as a separate business level strategy for each product market in which it competes. Every firm, ranging from the local dry cleaner to the multinational corporation, must develop and use at least one business level strategy. So thus, business level strategy is the core strategy, the strategy that a firm forms to describe how it intends to compete in a product market. And we will discuss also the several topics to examine business level strategies, in which customers are the foundation of successful business level strategies and should never be taken for granted. So we present an information about the customers that is relevant to business level strategies. In terms of customers, when selecting a business level strategy, the firm defines first, who will be served. Second, what needs those target customers have that it will satisfy. And the third one is how those needs will be satisfied. So, in selecting customers and deciding which of their needs the firm will try to satisfy, as well as how it will do so, are challenging tasks. So, global competition has created many attractive options for customers, thus making it difficult to determine the strategy to best serve them. So, effective global competitors have become adept at identifying the needs of customers in different cultures and geographic regions, as well as learning how to quickly and successfully adapt the functionality of a firm's good or service to meet those needs. So, for the Schwann customers and their relationship with business level strategies. So, in this, it describes the purpose of business level strategies. So, there are 5 business level strategies that follow the discussions of the customers. And these 5 strategies are called generic because they can be used in any organization competing in any industry. So, for the one, the relationship with business level strategies. Strategy competitiveness results only when the firm satisfies a group of customers by using its competitive advantage as the basis for competing in individual product markets. A key reason Firms must satisfy customers with their business level strategy is that returns earned from relationship with customers are the lifeblood of all organizations. So, the most successful companies try to find new ways to satisfy current customers and or to meet the needs of new customers. Being able to do this can be even more difficult when firms and consumers face challenging economic conditions. And during such times, firms may decide to reduce their workforce to control costs, in which this can lead to problems. However, because having fewer employees makes it more difficult for companies to meet possible courses of actions, including paying extra attention to their best customers and developing a flexible workforce by cross-training employees so they can undertake a variety of responsibilities in their jobs. In 4-1A, it focuses on effectively managing relationship with customers. The firm's relationship with its customers are strengthened when it delivers superior value to them. Strong interactive relationships with customers often provide the foundation for the firm's efforts to profitably serve customers' unique needs. Importantly, delivering superior value often results in increased customer satisfaction. In turn, customer satisfaction has a positive relationship with profitability because satisfied customers are most likely to be repeat customers. However, more choices and easily accessible information about the functionality of the firm's products are creating increasingly sophisticated and knowledgeable customers, making it difficult to earn their loyalty. As such, many firms are working with customers to co-create value through working closely together to ensure customer satisfaction. And a number of companies have become skilled at the art of managing all aspects of their relationship with their customers. As we discussed, next, firms' relationship with customers are characterized by three dimensions. And in 4-1B, these are the three dimensions. First is the reach, richness, and affiliation. The reach dimensions of relationship with customers is concerned with the firm's access and connection to customers. In general, firms seek to extend their reach, adding customers in the process of doing so. So, reach is an especially critical dimension for social networking sites such as Facebook and MySpace, in that the value these firms create for users is to connect them with others. And the richness is the second dimension of firms' relationships with customers, is concerned with the depth and detail of the two-way flow of information between the firm and the customer, in which the potential of the richness dimension to help the firm establish a competitive advantage in its relationship with customers leads many firms to offer online services in order to better manage information exchanges with their customers. Broader and deeper information-based exchanges allow firms to better understand their customers and their needs. Such exchanges also enable the customers to become more knowledgeable about how the firm can satisfy them. Internet technology and e-commerce transactions have substantially reduced the cost of meaningful information exchanges with current and potential customers. And the last dimension, or the third dimension, which is affiliation, is concerned with facilitating useful interactions with customers, viewing the world through the customer's eyes and constantly seeking ways to create more value for the customer have positive effects in terms of affiliation. So, this approach, which is the affiliation, enhances the customer satisfaction, and produces a fewer customer complaints. In fact, for services, customers often do not complain when dissatisfied. Instead, they simply go to competitors for their service needs, although a firm's strong brand can mitigate the switching. So, as we discuss next, effectively managing customer relationship along the dimensions of reach, richness, and affiliation helps the firm answer questions related to issues of who, what, and how. And in 4-1C, first is who, determining the customers to serve. Deciding who the target customer is that the firm intends to serve with its business level strategy is an important decision. Companies divide customers into groups based on differences in the customer's needs or needs that to make this decision. So dividing customers into groups based on their need is called market segmentation. So what is market segmentation? Market segmentation is a process used to cluster people with similar needs into individual and identifiable groups. So, almost any identifiable or organizational characteristic can be used to subdivide a market into segments that differ from one another on a given characteristic. And in 4.1D, what? Determining which customer needs to satisfy. So, after the firm decides who it will serve, it must identify the targeted customer group's needs that its goods or services can satisfy. In general sense, needs, or what, are related to a product's benefits and features. Successful firms learn how to deliver to customers what they want, when they want it. Having close and frequent interactions with both current and potential customers helps the firm identify those individuals and groups' current and future needs. Target, a retail store and online marketer, has been successful with analyzing its many sources of data and customizing its information for in-store and online guests. So from a strategic perspective, a basic need of all customers is to buy the products that create value for them. And the generalized forms of value that goods or services provide are either low cost with acceptable features or highly differentiated features with acceptable cost. And the most effective firms continuously strive to anticipate changes in customers' needs. The firm that fails to anticipate and certainly recognize changes in its customers' needs. So that's all for my report. And the next reporter would be Angel Jabordo.
Good morning, I am Angel May Jabordo, and my report for today is all about 4.1E, how determining core competencies necessary to satisfy customers' needs. So, after deciding who the firm will serve and the specific needs of those customers, the firm is prepared to determine how to use its capabilities and competencies to develop products that can satisfy the needs of its target customers. Core competencies are resources and capabilities that serve as a source of competitive advantage for the firm over its rival. Firms use core competencies or how to implement value-creating strategies, thereby satisfying customers' needs. Only those firms with the capacity to continuously improve, innovative, and upgrade their competencies can expect to meet and hopefully exceed customers' expectations across time. Firms must continuously upgrade their capabilities to ensure that they maintain the advantage over their rivals by providing customers with a superior product. Often these capabilities are difficult for competitors to imitate, partly because they are constantly being upgraded. but also because they are integrated and used as configurations of capabilities to perform an important activity. So next, 4.2. The purpose of a business level strategy. The purpose of a business level strategy is to create differences between the firm's position and those of its competitors. To position itself differently from competitors, a firm must decide whether it intends to perform activities differently or to perform different activities. Strategy defines the path which provides the direction of actions to be taken by leaders of the organization. In fact, choosing to perform activities differently or to perform different activities than rivals is the essence of business level strategy. Thus, the firm's business level strategy is a deliberate choice about how it will perform the value chain's primary and support activities to create unique value. Indeed, in the current complex, competitive landscape, successful use of business level strategy results from the firm learning how to integrate the activities it performs in ways that create superior value for customers. Next, 4.3 Types of business level strategies. First, cost leadership strategy. The cost leadership strategy is an integrated set of actions taken to produce goods or services with the features that are acceptable to customers at the lowest cost relative to that of competitors. Firms using the cost leadership strategy commonly sell standardized goods or services, but with competitive levels of differentiation to the industry's most typical customers. Next, differentiation strategy. The differentiation strategy is an integrated set of actions taken to produce goods or services at an acceptable cost that customers perceive as being different in ways that are important to them, while cost leaders serve a typical customer in an industry. Differentiators target customers for whom value is created by the manner in which the firm's product differ from those produced and marketed by competitors. Next, focus strategy. The focus strategy is an integrated set of actions taken to produce goods and services that serve the needs of a particular competitive segment. Thus, firms use a focus strategy when they utilize their core competencies to serve the needs of a particular industry segment or niche to the exclusion of others. So, examples of specific market segments that can be targeted by a focus strategy include: first, a particular buyer group or youths or senior citizens. 2. A different segment of a product line. So, products for professional painters or the do-it-yourself group. And lastly, a different geographic market or northern or southern Italy by using a foreign subsidiary. 4.3D Integrated cost leadership or differentiation strategy. Integrated cost leadership or differentiation strategy, which involves engaging in primary value chain activities and support functions that allow a firm to simultaneously pursue low cost and differentiation. The objective of using this strategy is to efficiently produce products with some differentiated features. So lastly, total quality management systems is a managerial process that emphasizes an organization's commitment to the customer and to continuous improvement of all processes through problem-solving approaches based on empowerment of employees. Firms develop and use TQM systems to first, increase customer satisfaction, 2. Cut costs, and lastly, reduce the amount of time required to introduce innovative products to the marketplace. Firms able to simultaneously reduce costs while enhancing their ability to develop innovative products increase their flexibility. An outcome that is particularly helpful to firms implementing the integrated cost leadership or differentiation strategy. Exceeding process and inefficiencies to cut costs allows the firm to offer the quality to customers at a relatively low price. Thus, an effective TQM system helps the firm develop the flexibility needed to identify opportunities to simultaneously increase differentiation and reduce cost. That's all. Thank you.